So key number 3, how to teach mindfulness with credibility. How to attract people to your own mindfulness teachings with a sense of trust for your legitimacy as a mindfulness teacher. So in my opinion, it's important to really focus on what's juicy for you and to teach what you know. So, are you better teaching in person? Are you better with groups or individuals? Are you good with writing or video or audio? What is your strength? I encourage people to take an Enneagram test at enneagraminstitute.com, where you can learn, type of personality you have, on whether it's helpful for you to teach individuals or groups or to create recordings for people. You can really learn a lot about how you can deliver mindfulness, but it also will tell you how to enhance your own experiential understanding of yourself through mindfulness as well. It's important to know whether or not you can lead guided meditations. I do encourage you to practice with scripts, and I'll actually share with you a way to download over 50 mindfulness meditation scripts that you can use. It's important to kind of do the meditation with people as you're leading them to some extent so that you don't go too quickly. And to really, again, teach with this sense of heartfelt care, compassion as you lead a guided mindfulness meditation. And, I like to start with a sense of grounding, followed by the main thrust of the meditation, followed by wishing yourself ease and care, and then wishing other people ease and care, and then segueing back into the rest of your teachings. Yeah, and I think, right now I'm using Keynote, but PowerPoint, giving presentations can be very powerful in teaching mindfulness. But it's important to remember, what are your own stories? People relate to you as a mindfulness teacher. People want to know, how did you struggle? What is your practice like? What are some of the insights that you've had? So, the more stories that you can journal about and share, the more people can really relate to your own experience. You can use biographical insights when you teach mindfulness. Viktor Frankl has a great book, but there's so many biographies of mindfulness teachers that I think it's important to share some of these inspiring stories. Profound poems are highly effective for people to get a sense of, the power of what you're teaching. This is one of my favorite poems called Kindness by Naomi Shayab Nye. It's a much longer poem than what I can share here, but it's a wonderful poem on kindness and compassion. I really enjoy giving free handouts away or worksheets. I really like also sharing some of the science behind mindfulness and giving printouts or PDFs to people for free. Happify.com/research has a lot of great research out there. Really a breakdown of a lot of the science articles on mindfulness that you can tap into and cite as a source for your mindfulness teachings. You can sprinkle in surprising facts in your mindfulness teachings. Anxiety literally makes everything stink. I think that's a surprising fact. There's all sorts of powerful quotes out there from a wide variety of people on mindfulness and kindness. I think it's important to bring in some of these quotes. You can use cartoons or koans in your mindfulness teachings. Bringing in cutting-edge websites. The point of all this is to really utilize a wide variety of types of teachings or types of insights and modalities to your mindfulness teachings to keep things rich, add a variety. Some people will like the science, some people will like the stories, some people will like the processes. Everyone will like different things. So if you can bring in the stories and the quotes and the handouts and all these things, I think people will appreciate that. But it's also really important to never stop asking real people what works in their real lives. Asking people, not assuming that you know what they want or what they need. Asking them what's actually working for you. And after you teach mindfulness, ask them what they thought of you and your teachings. So here's a list of 6 questions, but I have 4 more shortly on excellent questions to ask companies or schools or employers, and your students, what they thought of your mindfulness teachings after you gave it a whirl. So here's 6 questions that are really helpful. Next 3 questions here are open-ended answers. What are your strengths or growth areas? What's the most valuable aspects of the learning experience for you? How could this be improved? And then the final question is, on a scale of 1 to 10, how likely would you be to recommend these teachings or you as a teacher to a friend or colleague? And this is what is used as an NPS score. You can Google NPS score, but it's a way of measuring how well you're doing as a mindfulness teacher. So in building my own credibility, I was utilizing these resources. I was asking people, what's working for them. I was asking people what they thought of my own mindfulness teachings. But I also added audio to Simple Habit and Insight Timer. These are apps that people use, very popular apps. But I would just record some audio on my computer of me guiding some meditations and talking about mindfulness in a variety of contexts, and I would send them off to Simple Habit and Insight Timer. I added videos to YouTube, just built a channel, and you can use your laptop computer or whatever, your iPhone, just record yourself talking about mindfulness or leading some meditations and post them onto YouTube. You can write articles for Huffington Post, tinybuddha.com. You can write, articles for mindfulnessexercises.com. But, writing some pithy articles on mindfulness for your, daily life or how you relate it to parenting or work or whatever, you can share these widely on these large-scale platforms. And I added my own mindfulness teacher profile on mindfulnessexercises.com and LinkedIn. Helps build credibility. And I created a Facebook page for mindfulness teachings and posted to Facebook Live. So there's a wide variety of ways that you can build your credibility on your own online in a wide variety of formats. So, all of that was nice, but, companies and clients and students really kept asking for one thing. They wanted just one thing. They didn't really care that much if my YouTube channel was popular or whether I was on Simple Habit. They wanted to know one thing, which was, am I certified? Am I certified to teach mindfulness? Have I taken a certification program on how to teach mindfulness? And so I learned pretty quickly that the certification was really the key to unlocking doors, to gaining that sense of trust, to be able to share mindfulness with my existing students. That certification was really, really important. And that really helped unlock my ability to share mindfulness at all of the companies and hospitals and startups that I've taught at. That was that certification. So, I've spent over $25,000 on 3 certifications. These programs that I took were $25,000 total. I got a certification for coaching, got one to teach mindfulness in corporations, got one to teach mindfulness in prisons. Certifications aren't cheap. typically between 5 to 10 grand each. Usually 1 to 2 year programs. Many of them are filled with, 100 people, and some of them you need 10 years of experience, or at least 5 years of mindfulness experience. Most of these programs are not personalized. Because you're in a program with at least, 20, 30, 50, 100 people, they can't afford the time to personalize everything for you based on your mindfulness experience or teaching goals. And so, in a lot of them, you need to travel to have these retreats or training periods. It's very costly with both time and money. And also, they tend to want you to teach their own branded curriculum. So, people who take MBSR teacher training have to teach an MBSR course, a very specific step-by-step branded curriculum. If you want to teach the Search Inside Yourself curriculum, it's 10 grand to certify, and then you need to pay licensing fees every year, plus a large percentage of every teaching income that you receive when you teach it, if you're able to sell it in the first place. So that is to say that many of these certification programs have a very specific curriculum that they allow you to teach, and that you can't really stray very much outside of their curriculum. So if you want to teach your own, curriculum or in your own style, then some of these certification programs won't allow you to do that. So this has all got me to think, over the past few years, there has to be an easier way to certify. So many people need mindfulness. So many people want to teach mindfulness to others. But, if it costs 10 grand and 2 years to certify, that's a huge barrier. And so I thought, there has to be an easier way to certify. The world needs more mindfulness teachers. Most people can really learn how to teach these simple step-by-step processes. And in my opinion, it's the personalized support that's the key to the most efficient growth in teaching mindfulness. If it's a cookie cutter program, there's not much personalization there. And so to grow efficiently and quickly, personalized support is really key. In my opinion, if we're teaching mindfulness out of a sense of compassion, then money should not be an impediment. And also, I was thinking, my own company, Mindfulness Exercises, can earn the accreditation to certify others. And so that's what I did. I went out and got this program accredited. So I'd like to introduce to you my own certification program from Mindfulness Exercises, where I'm teaching people how to teach mindfulness in professional contexts. And so people who take the certification program through this accredited international program, it's accredited by the Society of Holistic Therapists and Coaches, are now empowered to teach mindfulness and help people in, professional contexts. And so this program has been more than 2 years in the making. I've now taught more than 150 mindfulness teacher trainees from around the world, people from all walks of life and from many professions, healthcare workers, professionals, teachers, you name it, therapists, psychologists, coaches. And I've certified many people now around the world with very glowing reviews, and I'll actually share a lot of video testimonials with you. And this program is impacting thousands of people in very meaningful ways. And I'm really, really proud of that. And so, I have a question for you. If you became a certified mindfulness teacher, how would your own life improve? If you became a certified mindfulness teacher, where you were able to share these mindfulness techniques and tools and concepts with just about anyone you wanted? How would your own life improve with your ability to do that? How would your students' lives improve? If you could help them to live with more non-judgmental awareness, more beginner's mind, more presence for the now, to be able to regulate their emotions in a healthy way, how would their lives improve? So if you take this mindfulness teacher training program, you'll gain credibility faster than you could on your own without the certification. Like I said, most companies and decision makers, clients and students will want the certification. That's what will really enhance your credibility in the eyes of others. Amy McKay took this program. She's a spiritual wellness coach, and she was looking for a course that was flexible, that was online, that offered deep dive into her own personal development, even received business support. And so, that's what I was able to provide her through this certification program. And really the heart of this is that it's highly, highly personalized to meet your specific goals. So when you join this program, we're going to have a long conversation about your own background, your mindfulness experience, and really what you want out of the program. What do you want to learn? What do you want to do with this? How do you want to help people? And everyone's very different. There's no judgment on anyone, on anyone's goals. But we'll talk, you and I, on Skype video or Skype audio or the phone, and we'll just get to know each other and create a custom curriculum for you. We'll look at how we can enhance your own experiential understanding of mindfulness with embodied presence or heartfelt understanding. We can plan a custom curriculum for the people who you want to teach. Can help you to create a course or a workshop or meditations or videos or ebooks. We'll identify which books and practices can expedite your growth, and even how to market yourself or gain clients or earn money if you wish. I just want to make sure you don't get lost in the process of how to teach mindfulness for people who need it. So again, it's highly personalized, and it's really meant to be efficient. So the requirements for certification boil down to 20 hours of personal mindfulness practice, and you and I will talk about which practices you can do for the program and how to do them. You can just tally your own hours and self-record them, keeping track of 20 minutes here, 30 minutes there, 40 minutes there. We'll talk about which reading you can do, but you'll need 10 hours of reflective reading of a mindfulness book or 2 books that you and I will choose together that's highly relevant for your teaching goals. And then just recording 10 hours of creating something useful, of preparing to teach mindfulness in some way that's meaningful to you and to other people. And then you'll be certified. You'll get your certificate. I will put your name on the certificate, send it to you, and register you in our system. You can also have your own teacher profile page at mindfulnessexercises.com. But in the program, you're going to receive a lot of value, a lot of personalized training. So the first thing you're going to get is up to 5 hours of personalized training with me, one-on-one training via phone, Skype audio, or Skype video. If you want to use Zoom or some other video conferencing platform, that's fine. But you'll be able to schedule up to 5 hours of training with me in about 1 hour blocks at a time. You can schedule time with me anytime you want. There's an online calendar that I'll send a link to you for where you can schedule your own hours of training. Most people schedule trainings every 2 or 3 weeks, but some people prefer once a week or once a month or once every few months. It's totally up to you. But it's all done remotely. There's no travel. We can talk, from anywhere in the world, really. This woman is from St. Petersburg, Russia, and she was actually my first student in this program. And she's really taken off since she's certified. She really liked the connection, bringing a sense of mission and heart to her certification process. She owns a company, Vive in Momento, in St. Petersburg, but she's really doing well. Really proud of her, doing a great job. The second thing you'll receive in this certification program are white labeled mindfulness workshops. So you can download mindfulness teaching slides, a teacher's manual, and just a lot of really useful downloads for you to give mindfulness workshops for companies, for online trainings. They're all white labeled, so you can put your own name or logo on them. They're really just templates for teaching mindfulness workshops, and they're really well done, and I think you're going to like them. This guy Scott Allerton completed the certification program. I think he actually did it the quickest than anyone who's ever taken it. He's certified in just about 2 months. But he was very happy with the online experience because he's a busy guy. He really worked hard towards satisfying those 40 hours. So then I was thinking, beyond the personalized coaching, beyond the white labeled workshops, I was thinking, what else could be useful for you? So I put together 50, more than 50, I think it's actually like 75 now, mindfulness meditation scripts that you can use. You can copy them, you can modify them, you can do whatever you want with them, but they're guided scripts that you can read in guiding meditations. So, I don't know of anywhere else where you can find this. They're mindfulness meditation scripts that you can read and lead meditations for other people. They include mindfulness of breathing, the body scan, resilience training, loving kindness, gratitude, mindfulness for sleep, anxiety, all sorts of things. So, and I keep adding scripts over time too. So, what you get now, will just be the beginning of what you'll receive over your lifetime with all these meditation scripts. So that brings the total value up to almost $3,500 so far. Don't worry, the program does not cost $3,500. But I'm also going to add step-by-step mindfulness worksheets. They're really, really low priced right now at $47, but in my opinion, they're worth much more than that. But there's 330 of these things. These worksheets on all sorts of meditation practices and interpersonal mindfulness techniques and emotional regulation techniques. But there's 330 mindfulness worksheets here that I'm going to include in the training program. I'm also going to include white labeled mindfulness ebooks, emails, and digital trainings that you can share with other people. You can put your own name or logo on them, but you can share these however you want. These are valued at $400. I'm also going to add detailed mindfulness teacher training guide for you to have some step-by-step how-tos on how to teach mindfulness. You'll also receive anytime access to me via email. If you ever want feedback or guidance, whether you're certified or not in this program, I'm not going to not help you to teach mindfulness. So you can send me an email on a Saturday morning or a Friday night or whenever you want, and I will get back to you typically within 24 hours with feedback or guidance on any kind of mindfulness teaching related question you may have. I'll also add you to our private Facebook community if you wish of mindfulness teachers around the world who are taking this program so that you can interact with them, get a sense for their experience in teaching mindfulness. You can ask the community your questions, share your stories and insights. It's a really nice community of people who are supporting each other. It's really sweet to see people engage with one another, help one another, and it's one of the nicer Facebook communities you'll find. So this program includes these high-level concepts of mindfulness. I offer frameworks and examples and templates that you can use. It really gets down to the nuts and bolts of teaching mindfulness. So if you register today, you'll be able to lock in a low price and all these trainings, and also 5 extra bonuses that I'm going to share. So the 5 bonuses that I'm going to share are access to our Mindfulness Teacher Group webinars. So I'm having periodic webinars for all of our mindfulness teachers in the program that you can access. You can also access mindfulness teaching marketing modules through our coaching, be able to help you with marketing yourself as a mindfulness teacher. You can add your own personalized page with your teacher profile at mindfulnessexercises.com and even add some of your audio to the website. I'll give you my top coaching questionnaire. It's an intake form that you can use for your own coaching if you wish. And I'll also give you the survey templates to use after you teach mindfulness. And I'll also offer mindfulness coaching on how to build out a corporate mindfulness program at any company who you advise or work for. So with all of these resources and all of these bonuses, the total value is now over $6,300. And because I don't want money to be an issue, I've drastically lowered the price. But I have a question for you. If all of this did was to greatly enhance your own mindfulness, would it be worth $6,300 to you? If your own presence and way of being was dramatically enhanced so that you lived with a lot less judgment, more of a sense of calm and ease, and more understanding of how your mind works, and understanding your reactions and some of your shadows, what is that worth to you? If all this program did was just enhance your own mindfulness, would it be worth the $6,300? Peter Parker took this program. I think that was the name of Spider-Man too, but his actual name is Peter Parker. But he really values this program, and we designed a program for him that addressed his strengths and potential growth areas. We looked at his own experiential understanding of mindfulness and really took it to the next level. He's been practicing for over 2 decades, but we found some areas in his mindfulness practice that needed some growth. And so we worked on that. And that's then enabled him to teach mindfulness much more effectively. So what is it worth to you to create this long-term impact on others' well-being? This woman, Dina, has created a mindfulness program for kids and adults in nature. She's walking with people out in the woods, teaching them mindfulness in nature. And this program was exactly what she's looking for. And again, she had been already teaching mindfulness for quite a while. So again, other certification programs cost me 10 grand each, and they offered little personalization. This program is valued at $6,300, but I cut the price down to $1,297. So if you register to become a certified mindfulness teacher today, you'll only pay $12.97. So it's not $6,300, it's not 10 grand. You'll get personalized training for less than $1,300.